We're making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. Today is the 1st of July, guys. I hope we are going to have a productive month. I hope this month is going to be a month full of answered prayers. Like, genuinely, I do hope that this month is going to be a good month. We are officially halfway through. I hope July brings us good things. But okay, let's get into today's episode. I want us to talk about the motion of no confidence. There is something interesting that I see going on that I'm thinking, this is quite interesting. So the DA is threatening a motion of no confidence. Actually, I heard that the DA wanted to go ahead, some of the members of the DA wanted to go ahead and table a motion of no confidence since they felt like Ramaphosa was doing things on his own and was undermining them. But some of the members of the DA in the FedEx said, no, you can't go for a motion of no confidence. That's a little bit extreme. Let's just pull out of the national dialogue, right? Of course, some of the people, they are ministers and they are enjoying being ministers. They're not going to let that go. Being a minister is nice. Okay, fine. So now, now let's say, and it might happen that the DA, something else is going to happen, by the way, where they are going to disagree. Let's say eventually the faction in the DA that wants to table a motion of no confidence gets more people and they get majority that they should table a motion of no confidence. This is where this video is about. Uguti, who's going to support them? Sorry guys, I think I am coming down with flu. Who is going to support them? The reason I'm asking this, I'm asking based on parties, right? The MK, I don't think they tabled it yet. They released a statement last month where they said they are in the process of tabling a motion of no confidence against the president. I don't think it has been tabled officially, but they did release a statement saying that they are in the motion of tabling that motion of no confidence, right? So we do know it's something that they want. The EFF president, Julius Malema, in one of the, was answering some question to the journalist, and he said that if the MK tables a motion of no confidence against Cyril Ramaphosa, they will support that motion. The EFF will support that motion. Now, let's say the DA beats the MK to the motion of no confidence. Will the MK support the DA on the motion of no confidence? Remember, the DA will file a motion of no confidence because they are, of course, because they fought with the ANC in the GNU. They feel like they're undermined. They feel like they've had to sacrifice so much. This is what Clement Manyatela said to Helen Zille Okuti. Are you guys a sacrificial? And Helen Zille is actually not happy about this, yes? Because Clement Manyatela said to Helen Zille, you guys are sacrificial lambs. Are you the sacrificial lamb for South Africa, where the ANC is walking all over you and you are doing the greater good? And I heard the way Helen Zille answered. I'm going to try and find that clip from Clement Manyatela. I heard the way Helen Zille answered. She was not happy. She's not happy.
Trying to say to her that you can't just be a sacrificial lamb that's sitting there and is constantly being abused. And then you always say, yeah, but we care about South Africa, because that's exactly what the DA has been doing throughout. And then you issue ultimatums. When they're not responded to, you're left with egg on your face. Now you must find other reasons for severe consequences, even when those reasons are not so severe. So here's what Helen Zille said. And just so you know, there's a beep there because she used very strong language, frustrated by perhaps what I had asked or how it appears. So we have beeped it just for your context. So you are the sacrificial lamb for South Africa. You're willing to take the bullet to avoid South Africans being compromised?
No, we're not going to lie there like a sacrificial lamb taking a bullet. We're going to fight
That's how it
back.
appears. That's how it appears, Helen. Yeah, she was frustrated there. That's Helen Zille.
She's really not happy, but also Helen Zille is not is not a minister, so it's easy for her to want to walk away because there's nothing that she's benefiting. Yeah, but Steenhuisen, they're eating pie, guys. Being a minister is nice. They're eating pie, so of course they will not want to walk away. I'm gonna try and find that clip. So what's interesting is, will the MK support the DA? Will the EFF support the DA in removing President Cyril Ramaphosa? Remember, the DA have their own reasons why they want to remove the president, by the way. So it's quite interesting, who would support the DA remove the president? Let's look at the PA. We hear Gayton McKenzie all the time. In fact, I saw now when Helen Zille tweeted something, Gayton McKenzie retweeted that and said, Helen must leave. They must just leave the GN if they want, but they will not be controlled by them. We already know. The PA will not support the motion of no confidence against Cyril Ramaphosa. The Freedom Front Plus, most of the time they do go vote with the DA. I don't know if they would support that. I don't know. The IFP. This would be interesting to see where the IFP stands, because mostly the IFP does support the DA. Would the IFP support the DA in the motion of no confidence, sacrifice their seats in their ministerial positions to support the DA to remove Cyril Ramaphosa? I think that's very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Now the EFF wants to remove Ramaphosa, but would the EFF support the DA removing Ramaphosa, and then what? A part of me is like, I don't think they would support, as much as they said they would support a motion of no confidence, but I think it's under different, I think it's just under different circumstances. I don't think, and I could be wrong, by the way, because, I mean, that's interesting to me. That's why I brought this here, because I'm thinking, I was like, hey, man. So would the EFF support the DA in removing President Cyril Ramaphosa, which would end the GNU? But, and then what? Who would be the next president? And also, if there's a next president, would that president be able to negotiate and want the EFF in government? I don't know. I don't know. Also, since MK was already speaking about tabling a motion of no confidence, would they support the DA in the motion of no confidence? Would they support it? Because they don't, MK doesn't want Ramaphosa. So I feel like whoever that wants to remove Ramaphosa, to them it shouldn't be a problem because they don't want Ramaphosa anyway. But now if the DA tables it first, will they support the DA? I think that is very, very interesting. That is something that is very, very, very interesting, yes? And it's funny at the same time. Yeah, one. So it's quite tricky. It's quite tricky. Let me see if I can find this clip and play for you guys while you think, Ukoti, what would be best? Like, what would actually be best that they do? I mean, it's tricky. I don't know. I don't know. So if DA wants to throw tantrums and not be part of the GNU and the government, I heard Fikile Mbalula actually speaking, saying, the DA will never and can't end the government. Fikile said the DA can't end the government. Yeah, understand? There are people at the door waiting. So if they want to walk away, they must walk away. Let me play this clip for you guys. I could see a
motion of no confidence against the president up our sleeve, but we always say that our action must be commensurate to the infringement. Taking a motion of no confidence is the nuclear option because we will bring the government down most likely. We counted heads and we think that we are going to have 196 or 197 votes out of 400 for a motion of no confidence. That's a lot of votes. The ANC has never once yet in the history of our parliament got all its parliamentarians into the House, even with a 3-line whip. So the question remains, will they have a full caucus in the House? I very much doubt it. And then certainly if it's a secret ballot, that motion of no confidence would carry. But that would bring the government down, and then you have to think very carefully. Is the infringement commensurate with the action? And are there other mechanisms? For example, on the Expropriation Act, we're confident we will win in court, for example. With that, we could have done the same thing, but we did win in court. So before we bring the government down, we try every other avenue, because that's what a responsible partner does. An irresponsible partner behaves like the ANC and carries on with corruption as if there's no tomorrow. A responsible partner, like the DA, finds every single way of combating that and exposing that. And we hold the card of bringing down the government, but we will not use it lightly, and we will use it when all other options have failed.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zille Pelwana. Please subscribe to this channel. We are on our way to 30K subscribers, guys. Okay, 30K. So yeah, let's meet in the comment section. Tell me what you think, because I think it's just interesting, man. It's always interesting to watch and see how things how things are going to turn out. I mean, 24 hours is a long time in politics. Things can change. Things can really change. And now we're heading to the local government elections. I don't know how that's going to play out for this GNU, yes? But we are watching. I think we are all watching and seeing Ogoti. I want Ogoti Zalzala Ngomoni. I think let's meet in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think. I think this is very interesting. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.